rhythm? Where do I get my groove?
I always start off with a bounce. You just start with a bounce, and then you see.
I'm part of the baddest game.
Houston, Texas, the 2K Sports pregame show.
Tonight, we'll see the Los Angeles Lakers playing against the Rockets in Houston. Taking a look at the Rockets, they haven't competed at the level they'd like over the last week or so. Just one win in 5 games.
Don't let go of the rope in this one, Clark. Hold on tight, buckle in. A lot of pace, a lot of speed between these two teams.
No doubt about it, Kevin. And if you like popcorn, you better be able to eat it with your head up, because this one will be fast and furious.
Well, then you're talking about yourself, because our fans probably don't know this, but you're eating popcorn all the time during these games.
Hey, I love popcorn, and there's nothing like enjoying fresh popcorn in an arena. It doesn't get better than that.
I know it. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Anthony Davis is out there with Caldwell Pope, and it's McGee in at the 5.
I'll tell you what, guys, I think that's the best part of James's game, and he's got a lot of good parts, but his vision is otherworldly.
And so the Los Angeles Lakers get the first points of the ballgame. 2 open that time, made it look too easy.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now, here's Green. James finds McGee. Trying to get open is Davis. Kicks it out to James. There's the pass to Caldwell Pope. Back to LeBron. There's the 3. He can't get it to go. And it's Houston the other way. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers. Basket counts.
And that's really good use of the catch and shoot. Outstanding by Covington. He's a quick decision maker, and he usually makes his decision as the pass is being thrown to him as to what kind of shot he's going to get off.
Here's James after the made shot from Robert Covington. Shot clock at 6. LeBron against Covington. No good from LeBron.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Where's Westbrook? He had a 27-point outing in their last game against the Lakers.
And equally spent as much energy on his D. I mean, 4 steals kind of tell the story.
Now here's James. Following the miss by Russell Westbrook. Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Yeah, you know, with his size and presence in the post, McGee has a lot of value on the offensive glass.
Just to House. Out to the right wing. Westbrook with it. Guarded by McGee. Westbrook passes to House. And Tucker kicks to Harden. Over Green. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Caldwell Pope passes to LeBron. Davis with it. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. No good off the back of the rim.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And, you know, that's the hustle and nose for the ball that P.J. Tucker possesses. You've got to get a body on him.
Pass to LeBron. Over Westbrook. LeBron, no good.
Take what's available. Use the fadeaway when the defender's there on it.
Now Westbrook, averaging around 27.5 points a game, one of the best in the league.
Like how confident Westbrook is close to the rim. Gets high off the ground and releases his shot quickly.
Well, you knew after the Paul George trade that the Thunder would look to sell on Westbrook as well. Just part of the rebuild at this point. His agent did well to get him to a team looking to compete. A great fit for a player in this stage of Russ's career.
That's good from Westbrook.
And Russell Westbrook is as explosive a guard as we've seen in the history of the game. An incredibly gifted scorer who can also punch it on you.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Covington with the steal. The dish to Westbrook. Here is House. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. The kick out to Westbrook. On deep. A rebound by the Lakers. McGee's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's LeBron. Drills the baseline jumper.
You know, for LeBron, I think that mid-range shot is an important one for him to have in his bag. It keeps the defense honest.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, I was able to talk with Frank Vogel for just a minute. He said the key for them will be containing the penetration of Russell Westbrook, one of the strongest and most explosive lead guards ever. Kevin, it will take a team-wide effort.
Thank you, David.
Whether he's attacking the basket or squaring up from long range, Westbrook is always dangerous.
Yes, that goes in.
You know, with that kind of height mismatch, you've got to send help defensively.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That's on LeBron James. And with the playoffs ahead, some have argued for a play-in tournament, Clark, to determine the 6 through 10 seeds. What do you think of that?
An interesting concept. In theory, it certainly might allow for more teams to be engaged down the stretch.
Take a break.
You know, with Adam Silver,
Two shots.
he's very much interested in seeing how to make the game better in every way. So there are no sacred cows. Just because it's been done one way before doesn't mean that he's not looking at ways to change it to improve it.
And keep that fan base really interested.
Yeah, that's a big part of what's made the league as successful as it has been worldwide.
Dion Waiters checked in for Los Angeles. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
Well, you know, for so long, Mike D'Antoni has been a vanguard on NBA offense. His teams have always played great offense, moving, spacing, dynamic players. Defense has not been at the level of offense, but I think he's actually improved as a coach in that area as well.
And it's Green missing. Rockets leading by 5. The shot by House is no good.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Waiters finds Davis. Over House. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. And Clark, part of it for D'Antoni is that he is delegating defensive duty.
Yeah, and I like that, Kevin. He's made sure to have a defensive coordinator on his staff, delegating that role and responsibility. He thinks and knows that his team is better off that way.
Now here's Waiters after Westbrook's missed 3. Waiters dishes to Davis.
Davis is really the total package, a mobile, sharp-shooting big guy who can score from everywhere.
And guys, at this point in his career, Anthony Davis just entering his prime. Crazy to think when you look at what he's already accomplished thus far.
And that one falls for Davis. And the Rockets making a change here. McLemore's checked in. The Lakers also making some changes. Howard's checked in for JaVale McGee. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Alex Caruso in for Green. He's perfect from the line this time.
Really always a plus to have a big guy stroke it from the line like that. The soft touch on full display.
Westbrook wide open. He fires. Hits the three-point bomb. Westbrook's got 13 points. And we were talking about Anthony Davis. How do you even put into words what he's able to do on the basketball court?
I mean, he's entering the conversation among the best big men of all time. On a nightly basis, dominating in so many facets of the game. Really, it's remarkable.
Westbrook, the shot that time, not on target. Good D by Howard. Down low, and it's Davis with the jam.
How about the leaping ability of Davis? Easily gets off the ground to throw it down. And he's a quick jumper and decision maker.
Here's Harden. And the layup's good off the glass.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Now here's Waiters. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. The Lakers have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And when you look at that free throw percentage on the season, they're right around 73%.
And that's a little better than they did last year from the free throw line.
And so he hits the technical free throw. On the trade for Anthony Davis, a risk for the Lakers, but they feel, Greg, that both sides will find an extension this offseason.
There is mutual interest from both sides. Lakers made the trade confident Davis would resign. A bit of a leap of faith, but the Lakers did everything they could to secure Davis long term.
That's tipped. Green against Howard. Green passes to Clemens. Now Carroll passes it to Clemens. Carroll with it. Houston needs to get a shot. Rivers. And the 3 off target. Lakers trail by 3. Here's Kuzma. Carroll with the rebound.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets the shot go uncontested.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Waiters outside. Offensive rebound. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
they've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Here's Green. Dion Waiters making his last shot. Right side, Green. Fires the three. Wow, came this close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws. It goes on Dion Waiters. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for Houston?
They've definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
Three shots. Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
A free throw drops for Rivers. Clark, you played the traditional power forward position in the NBA years you had back in the 80s at such a high level. Who's doing that right now?
Tell you what, the power forward position has changed so much, Kevin. These 4 men now are not really the enforcing type physical guys that we saw in the 80s and even 90s. They're agile, they're rim protectors, they're shot makers from deep, and guys like Anthony Davis and LaMarcus Aldridge.
Yes.
Man, I tell you, Anthony Davis goes to the top of my list in today's game.
Blake Griffin, another one with Detroit.
Yeah, good call.
And he makes all 3.
And, you know, quite a bit of turnover for the Lakers in recent years, guys, from the front office to the coaching staff. I think it's always important for an organization to have a common voice to speak in stereo and have everybody in proper alignment from the top down to the court.
Now, here is Smith. No points in the game yet for him. Caruso kicks to Waiters. Lets it go from deep. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. And as the Lakers have looked to fill positions, Clark, a real affinity for candidates with the Lakers history.
Yeah, you know, that's exactly right. They view it as a family, but here recently, they've expanded their options and have looked outside of past Laker pedigree in terms of filling some key spots, which is part of what you have to do if you're going to move forward and be successful.
Now, here's Waiters. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
Houston leading by 4. There's 1:54 left in the first. In the corner, it's McLemore. Rivers against Waiters. To the middle, here's Clemens. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. And the Rockets lead by 6.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And it's Smith penetrating. That one good for 2.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
It doesn't go for him. And the Lakers going the other way now. Howard trying to free himself up. Smith gets it to go on the assist by Kuzma. Now just a 2-point Rocket lead. The pass to Rivers. McLemore with the ball. Outside, Green. To the inside, Clemens. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played. It's stolen by Carroll. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Ball's knocked loose. It's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession. Seconds left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Clemens. Just 5 to shoot. And it's the Lakers on the break. Here's Caruso. It's good. This game is all even. Caruso's got his second bucket of the game to go. Russell Westbrook has been leading the charge for Houston. He witnessed him delivering a series of three-pointers as he notched 3 total in the quarter. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. You see a lot of players who pick up a controller and fire up NBA 2K, thank goodness, including the king himself, LeBron James.
I play 2K all the time. Seriously, when I'm playing a game, I'm putting certain lineups on the court that I see could actually help us in real life, which is very weird.
Always experimenting, always keeping his mind engaged, Greg, with basketball.
And that's who Bron is. He lives, breathes, and eats basketball.
And we return to the second quarter, and Noche Latina, specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Rockets, guys.
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Well, you know, the defense, guys, is just disruptive, active, and energetic, and you can't afford to be loose with the ball against these guys.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Taking a look at the Rockets. Green is out there with Damari Carroll. Then there's Austin Rivers. Then it's McLemore, and it's Clemens in at the point. And it's Howard finishing it off.
Great reach that time by Howard. He went way upstairs to throw that one down. Can pretty much get any pass that's around the goal.
We played just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Got a piece of it, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. Now a chance, guys, to examine the rebounding numbers over the past months for him.
And those are some numbers that he can't be happy about. His rebounding totals have taken a dip over the past few months. He's got to get back to giving the kind of effort on the boards we were seeing from him earlier.
From deep three-point range.
You know, LeBron affected that shot, and his defense doesn't get quite the height that his offense does, but over his career, he's been a consistent, aggressive defender on a lot of possessions.
Kuzma passes to James. Over Rivers, and LeBron gets it to go with the assist by Kuzma. Kuzma's got his 3rd assist on the night. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Carroll with it. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Passes to Clemens. Now here's Rivers, covered by LeBron, and he comes up with the deuce.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
Again, Los Angeles.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Rockets trailed by 6. And the bright lights of L.A. perhaps too much for some players. You know what, Greg? Not for LeBron James.
This guy thrives in the spotlight. The Lakers crafting a roster to satisfy his championship ambitions. Off the court, the City of Angels perfect for maximizing his business aspirations.
And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Still playing at an MVP level. LeBron James, the greatest player of his generation, and some would argue of all time. We can't take for granted what we've been able to witness.
First one falls for him. And now in his mid-30s, LeBron showing no sign of slowing down.
Man, his dedication to training and really maintaining his body, second to none. Alongside his prodigious athleticism, it seems that's made a huge difference.
Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. He's off on the second.
You talk about LeBron James, he does it all. Defends, scores, rebounds, passes, high IQ, unselfish, a leader off the court as well as on.
Now here's Westbrook, 13 points in the game. Harden outside. Trying to find Covington, gets it to him, fades away. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Davis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And they haven't been able to turn.
Oh, the power on that throwdown.
Weight room muscle on display there. James, even when he gets hit, he can still score.
He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1. We're seeing more and more young coaches in the NBA. You think this is a trend? Is it completely circumstantial? What's your view on it?
Well, I think you've got more younger coaches that are capable and able to coach. And the league is quite young, too. I think it's a current trend. But we've seen that before in decades past when it seems the wave of coaches are younger. I think it's more or less kind of the cycle of life that we see across a lot of different industries.
Off target there, that would have pushed the lead to double digits. Westbrook against James. Back to Westbrook. Shoots a 3. And no good. And it's the Lakers the other way.
3 triples in the first quarter, but he's yet to knock one down here in the second.
Stolen by Harden. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. The Lakers with the rebound. Last time they met was in Los Angeles. Feeds to Caldwell Pope. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
Boy, I love to see Covington blast off the floor. He's so good at reading angles and making himself a target in transition.
Caldwell Pope feeling it out a bit. Second shot opportunity. Out of hand on it. Here is House. James covered. Pass to Harden. Tucker with the ball. Some nice passing there by Houston. The pass to Harden. Here is House. From deep. No good there. Great D that time from James. On the wing, Green. Guarded by Harden. Green passes to James. Caldwell Pope outside. But they recover it. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That is his first foul of the game. Caldwell Pope on the wing. LeBron outside. Pocket 6. And James throws it down.
Oh, I tell you, LeBron is so active and aggressive and so strong. I love watching him go after rebounds like this.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And Houston calls their first time out of the game.
And he has not been on his game here. He's forcing a lot of shots.
Let's have a look at the league's top scorers for the past month. To say these guys have been hot is an understatement. LeBron James third, fourth James Harden.
What a threat both of these guys have proven to be, especially over this stretch. Scoring machines.
Outside Westbrook. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Man, you got to admire how easily Westbrook takes over games. I mean, an offensive juggernaut who is tenacious when it comes to scoring.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
They've set the first half tone by getting out on the fast break and getting the defenders on their heels.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is working hard on the offensive glass. They've had a number of putbacks.
That one misses for Westbrook. And I just love the skill set that Markieff Morris has, Greg, at that forward position.
He really is a do-it-all type of forward for this team. Can step outside and shoot, but has no problem guarding anyone on the front line of the opposition.
Caldwell Pope, left side. 5 to shoot. Shoots.
Well, he has not been sharp this period. Seems to be a little flustered out there, too.
And Harden with the stuff.
Yeah, that barrel-chestedness of Harden. So much strength and body control. It's hard to stop him from scoring.
Lakers leading by 4. LeBron passes to Davis. Back to LeBron. Outside for Caldwell Pope. Off target from three-point range.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing wrong.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Clark, you were so prolific in so many areas of the game. Which part of basketball came the easiest for you?
I think the rebounding piece. I always had a knack for sniffing out missed shots and had the size and timing and hands to chase down rebounds, but that was probably the strength of my game and the most unique part of it at an early age. And then the ball handling. My dad was 6'4" in the 50s, which meant you pretty much played inside, and he drummed into my head and my heart. Make sure you can handle that ball. So from the time I started playing, I was dribbling and making sure I could handle it, and it served me well during my playing career.
JaVale McGee's checked in for the Lakers. Dion Waiters comes in for Green. And Russell Westbrook drops them both. And so James will bring it up for the Lakers. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Waiters outside. Trying to find Davis. He's got it now. Shoots over Covington. And Davis gets it to go on the assist by Waiters.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
For 3, Westbrook. Rebound by JaVale McGee. McGee's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And here is Waiters. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's House. The Rockets with another miss. Lakers leading by 4. Now here's Caldwell Pope.
Yeah, you got to be careful how you defend Caldwell Pope because he's got great speed and he knows how to use it to draw contact.
It's his first trip to the line.
The first one at the line is good. Kentavious Caldwell Pope His defensive quickness sets him apart.
Alex Caruso, he's checked in for the Lakers. And Caldwell Pope drops them both. Rockets trail by 6. Westbrook scanning the floor. House the pass to Tucker. Outside Westbrook. Back to Tucker. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep three-point range. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got his 7th rebound here tonight.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
Here is House. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. From deep, Harden. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
Davis kicks to Caruso. Back to Davis. He gets that one. Davis has got 4 points this quarter.
His shooting has been outstanding. He's definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
And Westbrook, here we go. It's deflected. Caldwell Pope outside. Pass to Caruso. He dishes it to Waiters. Good D by Harden. Rockets trail by 5. Launches a 3. That's JaVale McGee with the rebound. Los Angeles has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's Caruso. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Waiters outside. The Lakers have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts. That one misses.
Well, you look at McGee and the career resurgence he's undergone, guys, outstanding. I mean, when he's been in the right situation, he's been very effective.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Davis, and Smith subbed in for Kentavious Caldwell Pope. So we can't get either to fall. Rockets trail by 5. Passes it to McLemore. Carroll kicks to McLemore. Pass to Carroll. And here is Green. Guarded by Kuzma. McGee with the block.
Yeah, if you had to pick the top priority for McGee, I think that's it. Contest shots, block shots, get in the air, use that length to deny shots at the rim.
Green passes to Clemens. Houston moving the ball around. And denied. He sends it right off the glass.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And, Greg, it's clearly been their edge. And in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
And the Lakers making a change here. Howard's checked in. Free throw, no good for Waiters. Rockets trail by 7. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
And Caruso's got the ball here for Los Angeles. Smith outside. 1:06 left in the first half. Kuzma. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Kuzma's got his first basket of the night.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
They get a hand on it. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Wide open. Almost, but it rolls out. Rockets shooting in the second quarter has been pretty iffy, down 32%. And good that time. That's 7 points for Austin Rivers.
Nice job hitting him right in stride. Excellent play.
Caruso kicks to Smith. And there's the pass to Kuzma. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Jeff Green picks one up.
Already a skilled interior player. At times when Kuzma is close to the basket, you have no choice but to foul him.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. And he makes the first.
Well, you look at Kuzma, the 27th overall pick in the NBA draft, guys, a multi-talented, confident forward with impressive skill and potential.
And both free throws good for Kuzma. Rockets trail by 7. And there's the foul. We'll go on Alex Caruso. That's his first foul. So the wing on the left. Here's McLemore, and he banks in the layup. McLemore's got 4 this quarter.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Los Angeles Lakers. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And Kentavious, you guys were getting a lot of offensive rebounds in the first half. How important was that?
Oh, man, they was important, man. We got to keep them off the glass. We can't get them second shot, and we got offensive rebounds too as well. Get us some second chance at the basket and just keep working hard.
Well, you made it work in the first half, KCP. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He had 16 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. Some great work from him in the first 2 quarters. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
What's clear so far is LeBron's combination of power and athleticism is still largely unmatched. Whether he's operating with the back to the basket, driving, in transition, his physical superiority usually wins out.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the Rockets.
Well, they're getting beat up on the boards. Ooh, smack them around, smack them around. And you know the coach. Because I'm unhappy about it, Ernie. I'm sure he's in the locker room right now saying, hey, we can bounce back in the second half. You need to dig deep, show some pride.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game, he has been everywhere.
And he's shown just how adept he can be at creating contact and then cashing in at the line.
Well, you know, in that first half, it was a common occurrence. He got to the stripe time and time again.
And we're having halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Los Angeles leading by 5. Taking a look at the Lakers. LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. JaVale McGee is out there with Davis, and it's Caldwell Pope, and it's the 3, the small forward. And here's what the Rockets' schedule looks like. On Sunday, they'll go up against C.J. McCollum and the Portland Trailblazers. And then on Tuesday, they'll be matching up with Andre Drummond and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And guys, this is the kind of stretch of the schedule that you dream of. Winnable games at home against opponents you know you have a talent advantage over. It would take a lot for this team to not be successful over this stretch.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. And the level of detail that Robert Covington approaches defense with is just phenomenal. He is always prepared for his matchup.
Yeah, and that's why he's an outstanding defender, Kevin, because he's got the physical attributes. He's got excellent speed and quickness for a guy of his size, good length and strength, outstanding hands. But he does a nice job of studying his opponent and what he needs to do to be effective defensively. I think he's one of the better defenders in the game and on the wing.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, one of the things that teams are more aware of in the age of analytics is the importance of sleep. Those teams are making adjustments. Morning shoot-arounds have been moved in some cases to the afternoon or eliminated altogether. There are many fewer teams that are taking red-eye flights across country. Some teams even give players orange-tinted glasses to encourage them to sleep. There's a lot of work to be done in this field, but the direction is clear.
Continuing to evolve. All right, David, thank you. And both free throws good for LeBron. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. Hits it out to Harden. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Harden's got 5 points now this quarter.
And Harden is a laser, a straight-out gunner from deep. Has confidence in his long ball, and, you know, the defense has to get out on him from out there.
Inside. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. This break gives us a chance to see the league's best fast break teams in the second half of the season. They've really ramped up the energy. The Lakers second.
You know, as the season wears on, the team that can stay fresh can take advantage. They continue to get out and run, and teams are struggling to keep up.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Davis. And so he hits both.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
For 3, Westbrook. No good that time. And the Lakers take it the other way. Outside, Green. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And now look at Robert Covington. Really been a key contributor over the past month. 3rd in blocks. And don't forget, top 20 in the league in rebounds per game. He's got a great nose for the ball.
And you aren't top 3 in blocks unless you're committed to dominating in that category. His awareness and hustle is off the charts. Very impressive. Here's House. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on JaVale McGee.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved a layup with that foul, and you'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
And he can't get the first one. He hits the second from the line. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Outside, Green. Here's LeBron, and James throws it down.
Boy, LeBron's so strong, so athletic, so smart. I mean, a bunch of his points come when he's driving full speed downhill, and he's impossible to stop.
Pass to House. Now Covington. And some nice passing there by Houston. Here's House, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on Davis. The Rockets have shot the ball pretty well from the line, going 8 of 11. Free throw drops for House. And so House nails both of them. Now Green. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Covington against Davis. Dishes to James. Floats it up for Davis. And finished off by Davis.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely sleek.
Kicks it to Green, to the paint. Here's McGee. Second chance shot. It's rebounded by Houston. Harden's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And here's Covington from the arc. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. McGee's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. And the rejection by Harden. And he gets it back. Count the basket. And the Lakers lead by 8.
A quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget him.
Here's Westbrook. And it's LeBron James with the rebound.
Certainly not the kind of night he was looking for at the offensive end, and it's had a ripple effect on the team.
Pass to McGee. He kicks to James. And it's good. That bucket takes him to 9 for 14.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Davis finds Green. James against Covington. Outside for Caldwell Pope. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Davis. The turnaround Jay. Rebound by House. Rockets trail by 10. Outside Covington. Trying to end the drought. Great D that time from Davis.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Green up on top. Defended by Covington. Shots good by Green.
Boy, that was a sweet-looking teardrop. There's very little defense for that.
Harden with it. He's got 12. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, I tell you what, you just cannot help but be in awe of the offensive dominance James Harden has had over the last few years. I mean, he's done so much for this team and done it with both his scoring and playmaking.
Free throw good, James Harden. And when you look at usage rates, Harden is the offense for this team.
Yeah, you look at Harden's numbers over the last few years, and it has been absolutely ridiculous what he's done. I mean, there's no player who's had a better 3-year stretch in the history of the league. 30-plus points per game seasons the last few years, the near triple-double the year before. I mean, he's a marked man for every opponent, and he's still been able to put up these kinds of numbers. Absolutely amazing.
James outside. Gets it to fall, and now he's 10 of 15 on the game.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Harden outside. Pass to House. At the top of the key, Westbrook. He tries for 3. The Lakers with the rebound.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Yep, it counts.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Good work defensively by Morris.
And, you know, they're losing in large part because he's not playing well. It's really as simple as that.
Caldwell Pope outside. And Davis gets it to go on the assist by Caldwell Pope. Davis has got 17.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
With some changes. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and J.R. Smith subbed in for Green. And so it's Houston with it. It's a 16-point game. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Kyle Kuzma. That is his first foul of the game. Clement Covered by LeBron. And here's Harden for three. That ball is good for another field goal. His sixth. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. Harden outside. It's a floater, and Davis sends it back.
Boy, I tell you what, Davis uses his length so well. I mean, a defensive stalwart who holds his ground, and because of his timing and length and athleticism, he's an excellent shot blocker.
He gets it in there. That's 28 points for LeBron. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game, how it's been going for the Lakers.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Rise again. That one's not going to go. Great D that time from Green. Here's Harden. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Harden's got it back down to single digits for the Rockets.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Davis, the pass to LeBron. And he gets it to go. James has got 14 points here in the second half.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Knocked loose and stolen by Kuzma. And here we go. Fast break. Kuzma's got it. It's good. Kuzma's got 6.
You got to keep Kuzma in front of you, especially in transition. Once he gets behind you, it's done.
Here's Clemens. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. James has got 5 rebounds tonight.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Here's Clemens. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to go on Markieff Morris. And the first one drops for the Rockets. Damari Carroll comes in for Green, and it's Rivers in for James Harden. The Lakers also changing it up. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Davis. Waiters comes in for Morris, and it's Alex Caruso in for James. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Here's Caruso. Smith outside. And the pass to Kuzma. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got 6 assists now in the game.
Taking on everybody, all comers. Kuzma's very aggressive, and he's used to getting hit on the way up. Plays well through contact.
Pass to Tucker from downtown. No good on that one. So the Lakers will take it the other way. Popped up there for Howard. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. To the middle. Here's Tucker. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
You know, how can you not get excited about the way P.J. Tucker plays defense? Takes on all comers. Great intensity. He really is the leader of his team defensively.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Shoot up. Relax on the first.
That's good from Tucker. And with Tucker Clark and his defense, he'll pump his team up with his play.
You know, that's a big reason, guys, why he sees so many minutes every game. I mean, his rotations are on time. He's got excellent hands, which allow him to force turnovers. But I think it's his intensity that sets him apart.
That one is no good.
You know, starting out in the D-League, then bouncing around the international circuit, Tucker took the long, hard road to get here.
Kuzma can't get it to go.
Boy, that's a look he has to finish, and he knows it. Lone opportunity.
It's stolen by Smith. And that one's good, Caruso. Caruso's got 6 points.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Here's Clemens, the feed to Tucker. And so Houston again turning it over. While we have a break in the action, now let's check out the league's best shooting team. The Lakers, number 1.
Just tremendously disciplined offensively, always looking for the best possible shot. That's how they've gotten that field goal percentage to skyrocket.
Los Angeles leading by 16. Here's Smith from 13 feet. It goes down. He has 6.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Greg, they keep pulling up and watching them go down. It's a really nice thing to see.
And Tucker kicks to McLemore. Nailed from three-point land.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Caruso, the pass to Waiters. The high post shot. That one, no good. And Houston the other way now. Rivers against Smith. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. You know, at this point in his career, Austin Rivers has proven how deadly he can be as a weapon, Clark, off the bench.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, I like the energy that Rivers comes in with. I mean, he pushes the tempo and looks for a shot as well. And I think he can play either guard spot effectively.
The first free throw is good.
And what a journey it's been for Austin Rivers since being drafted 10th overall back in 2012. Looked like he might not have what it takes to be an NBA player early, but he persevered and is now an integral part of this group.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. They led by as many as 18 points.
You know, I think Kuzma's the kind of guy you've got to push out of the paint. When you don't, this is what happens.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Tucker the pass to McLemore. Kuzma pulls it in. Kuzma's got 4 rebounds in this game. Waiters gets a wide open look, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Boy, really solid passer at his position. Kuzma is all about doing what's best for the team.
And so it's Los Angeles with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Let's hear what Mike D'Antoni was going over with his team moments ago.
Our biggest thing down that other end, guys. Everybody is going to make them feel you. They're going to make shots anyway. You can't get them to them.
emphasizing how critical defense is now.
And they need more of it at this point. He's right on the money with that one. They've got to defend with passion.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. They've got Ben McLemore. Jamari Carroll is out there with P.J. Tucker. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Clemens in at the point guard. That's the 5 for Houston right now. And here is Waiters. Passes it to Caruso. Moves back up. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Nice job of concentrating on the basket that time by Howard. He knew he was going to get hit, but kept his eyes on the basket.
Find the lane. Find the lane. One shot.
And that one misses.
And when you think of Howard, defense and rebounding immediately comes to mind. I mean, he knows his role and he plays it pretty well.
McLemore dishes to Westbrook. Uses the glass to finish the lane. Westbrook's got 22.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Caruso laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
An even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Yeah, they're in a nice zone right now, and that basket looks, you know, it can handle 2 balls at once. It looks like now it could probably, for them, handle 3 or 4 balls at once as well as they're shooting.
Look at the space he had on that one, though. There's an obvious speed mismatch between the two.
Howard, the pass to Smith. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
Waiters passes to Kuzma. Count that one.
Kuzma excellent at using his height and touch to perfection. Very confident player.
Outside Westbrook. Over Waiters. Westbrook missing again.
I wouldn't say that's exactly his spot now. I mean, and you can see why.
And the shot goes down. 6 points for Howard.
And you know what? There's no question about it. Dwight Howard still has it going on inside.
Westbrook passes to Clemens. A three-pointer off the mark. Lakers leading by 21. That's a 2 from Smith. And there's another one for the Lakers.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
Yeah, you said the key word there, balanced. I mean, their big lead owes as much to their defense as their offense.
Timeout call for Rockets. Mark the relationship between referees and players, reaching a fever pitch. What can be done to smooth those waters and mend those fences?
Well, I think first and foremost, players have to give. Both sides have to give in this equation, but I think it's incumbent upon the players to accept and respect the position of the officials, and the officials have to also be willing to engage in interacting well with the players. It's a two-way street, but I think most of that is on the players because they have to control how they respond to officials more than officials have to respond to the play.
Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for the Lakers. Green comes in for Alex Caruso. And it's Harden with the ball for the Rockets. It's Westbrook with the drive. Banked in off the glass. Westbrook's got 26.
You know, so far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
Kuzma outside. Shoots over Covington. Kuzma, that's good. Kuzma's got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Outside Westbrook. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Here's Kuzma. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Tucker's got his 5th rebound in this one. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Westbrook against Caldwell Pope. Up and in on the layup.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And stolen by Kuzma. Inside. And it's Howard finishing it off.
To me, this is Howard's specialty. This is his bread and butter thing here. We all know this guy loves to throw it down whenever he can. He's pretty good at it.
For 3, Westbrook. And the rebound goes to Howard.
I wonder if switching baskets really threw him off. I mean, because he can't get anything to fall this half.
Haters no luck.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Pass to Covington. Outside Westbrook. Off target with his 3.
Not a bad look for him on that shot, but it just doesn't seem to be his night tonight.
Green, the pass to Caldwell Pope. The dish to Waiters. Covington with the steal. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. And that one drops. 6 points for Robert Covington.
And, you know, when you get a clean look at the rim, Harden usually will find you. I think he's underrated and undervalued at making his teammates better.
Waiters passes to Kuzma. Lakers passing it around. 6 to shoot. And Kuzma slams it in.
And, you know, I think this is exactly what you want Howard to do. I mean, when somebody's open, show that you're willing to give the ball up.
For 3, Westbrook. They get it back. A second chance effort. Tucker can't get it to go. The Lakers shooting the ball really well in this game, 58%. And Waiters, here we go. Lays it up off the glass.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
If you can't stop it, here it comes. I'm right at you.
And Westbrook is right there. Westbrook's got 28.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there.
And great instincts, too, guys, anticipating where the miss was going.
Bounce pass Howard. From 11 feet away, and too long on the shot.
And smothered him on that mid-range attempt.
As a defender, he's going to just be a bothersome, worrisome guy, making you miserable all night, a hand in your face on every jumper.
And the Lakers call time here. Clark, do you think we in the media overemphasize championship rings when talking about an individual player's legacy?
Yeah, I think when you talk about an individual player's legacy, a player can be a champion without a championship ring. I know there's another level of champion which includes a championship ring, and sometimes it gets distorted in my estimation because an individual only has so much impact on a team being a championship team. There are no individual team champions. Teams win championships. Being a key player or a role player on a championship team is certainly worthy of recognition and being held in high esteem, but I don't like to see championship caliber players being diminished in the court of public opinion because they didn't win a team championship ring.
Like Stockton and Malone.
Exactly. You could go down the list of number of guys who just weren't, for whatever reason, able to get the ultimate in a team championship, but had championship Hall of Fame careers. career.
Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
They'd lost 2 straight coming into this one, and he knew he needed to put his foot down. He showed leadership tonight, getting them back on the winning track. Now, here's Green. Back to Cook. Over Rivers. Cook, good.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
Harden outside. Again, the miss by Harden. And it's Cook with the ball for Los Angeles, and he's going up for the alley-oop, and it's McGee with the jam.
And this kind of athleticism at the center position, pretty remarkable. I mean, McGee letting it all hang out there.
Now Rivers. Now the pass to Harden. Hey, Clark, the NBA moved the presentation of the MVP award to after the conclusion of the finals. Do you like that?
Yes and no. I think you can have 2 separate awards. You could have a playoff MVP or a finals MVP, which we have. And then you have a regular season MVP. The MVP is for the body of work done during the regular season. So I think there should be a clear separation between the two, quite honestly. So, no, I don't like it.
At least you're honest, Clark. And with all the accolades that James Harden has accumulated in his career, Clark, the one thing missing is a championship ring.
And, you know, there's no guarantees for however great you are individually that you'll win a championship. We've got a lot of great players that weren't able to get that done. But, you know, when you think about it, that's one thing that's keeping him from being in the all-time great shooting guard conversation in the eyes of some. Team success is critically important. Championships add to your resume, but I think at the end of the day, when you maximize your individual contributions, that should be worth something in terms of your recognition and accolades.
The last couple of years, Clark, we've seen a couple of Hall of Fame level players go on these farewell tours on their final year in the NBA. What a great way for fans of opposing teams to honor these terrific stars.
You know, I was a little bit mixed on how I felt about the farewell tours, but these two were handled so beautifully, and there have been others that have been handled great. It gives the fans an opportunity to express their feelings for some of the greats in the game, and that's heartwarming for all of us, I think.
Yeah, you and I were just talking about the way Kobe and Wade were terrific in their tours. Caruso kicks to Cook. Any changes you'd like to see made in the process when players and teams are fined for any number of things, incidents on the floor or off the floor?
Well, I think there's a place for fines, and the different amounts depending on how egregious the act is by a player or team makes some sense. I think having different categories, but I'm one that would rather hit hard and less often. So I think if you want to minimize the number of fineable offenses, then make the penalty be greater for those things that are fineable.
Out to the right wing. Here's McGee. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Puts it up from 15. Rivers can't get it to go. LA's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Here is Cook. He's guarded by Rivers. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
2 shots.
Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from McGee. Clark, the NBA gives out so many awards at the end of the season. Is there an award missing that you'd like to see?
You know what? I think they've got the bases covered really well with the number of awards they give out, Kevin. But I would like to perhaps see consideration given to a sophomore campaign award. That would be kind of cool because sometimes the Rookie of the Year, at least recently, it's been a little cloudy because a rookie had been in the league a year, Ben Simmons, case in point, and then was counted. It was actually technically his second year, but his first year of playing. So a sophomore award might be something worth adding to the list.
That's a great idea. Caboclo kept alive. The Lakers shooting the ball really well in this game, 58%. Smith outside. Pass to Caruso. Shot clock at 6. Back to Smith. Over Rivers. Los Angeles with another miss.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Los Angeles.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, but an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
In what's been a good season already, tonight's win will take their record to 50 wins, a big milestone here tonight.
And in what's been a very competitive season series between these two, the victory here tonight will push that record to 2-1 with one left to play against Houston.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for LeBron.
An unbelievable scoring performance. He absolutely took over and never let up.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what, and they got it done.
And the dunk by Chandler. Here is Cook. And the Lakers can just let the clock run down here. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thank you. Anthony, an impressive win, and it seemed like a collective effort out there tonight.
Guys come in and stepped up and played tremendously, so I just go out there and play, with all my energy and everything I had in me and leave it out on the floor, and I'm glad we got the win.
Hey, Anthony, thanks for your time. Kevin, back to you, man.
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Craig Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.